Okay, let's look at firms' pricing and output decision in the monopolistically competitive market. So in this market, we have a large number of small firms. Each firm produces a differentiated product. For example, coffee market could be a monopolistically competitive market. So here, coffees, different shops, they produce coffees, different coffees. So, and we also have free entry and exit. So it is easy for business to enter the coffee market. Because products are differentiated, which means firms, they actually have a market power here. They're going to behave similarly to a monopoly in the short run. Because say I'm the coffee shop, my coffee, consumers think that my coffee is different from others. So I have a certain market power here. And because we have free entry and exit, this means that in the long run, profit firms must earn zero economic profit. If there's a positive economic profit, more firms will enter the market. That's going to shift the demand curve to the left, such that the profit is gone. Or if there's a negative profit, there's economic loss, then some firms will leave the market so that the demand shift to the right, so that profit goes back to zero. Okay, let's look at this graphically. So in this market, say coffee shop, I'm faced with downward demand function, and that means my marginal revenue curve is twice steeper, and I have U-shaped cost curve. This is marginal cost. This is average cost. Okay. So in this market, I want to choose the quantity output and set the price for my product so as to maximize my profit. And in doing so, firms will follow MR equal to MC, which means that there's MC curve here, MR curve here, which means producing a point. Let me call this point A. At A, i.e. correspond to a quantity of QO, and the price go from quantity up to the demand curve, get the price PO, and I'm going to call this point B. So total revenue is PO times QO, which is the area of OPO BQO. Okay, that's these rectangles. Total cost go from quantity up to the average cost curve. Let me call this point C. Read out average cost, which is CO. Total cost will be CO times QO, which is the area of POCOCQO, and the difference is profit. So pi is POBCCO is this rectangle. So now you can see that I'm the coffee shop. I'm actually behaving like a monopoly in this market because my product is differentiated. Okay, that's what happened in the short run. In the long run, okay, for this diagram, for what I'm drawing here, I'm making positive economic profit. So in the long run, more firms, people, other businesses, they observe that I'm making positive economic profit. They will enter the market. They think that, well, this market is good. There's opportunity there. So in the long run, more firms will enter the market because the existing firm, the incumbent firms, is making positive economic profit. So as more firms enter, so demand for my product shift to the left, and as demand shifts, my profit drops, so such that profit goes down to 0. So I'm going to draw the long run diagrams on here. So I still have the same marginal cost, the same average cost. So now this demand curve shift to the left. So it must shift such that this way, the new MR curve intersects. So let me call this A prime. So this many Q1. So that's firm still follow MR equal to MC. So produce at the intersection point of MC and MR curve, which means this point. That corresponds to Q1. Go from Q1 up to the demand curve, read out the price P1. And you want to notice that this demand curve, this point here, this let me call B prime. Point B prime is also on the average cost. So AC curve. So it must be such case. It must be this case such that a firm will earn 0 economic profit. So demand shift to the left such that B prime is on a C curve, i.e. profit is 0. So now go from Q1 up to average cost curve. The average cost is the same as the price. Okay, this is the pricing and output decisions in a monopolistically competitive market in both the short run and the long run.